No Pest Strip. It's round-the-clock protection because No Pest kills 24 hours a day.
Flies? Mosquitoes? Ridiculous.
See you in court tonight at 7:30.
Hello? Oh, hi, preacher. Why didn't I call you yesterday? I did. You were out, but Shelley was there. She your new answering service? That's right. And she made it sound as if she'd just gotten out of bed.
I don't understand it. Why would somebody break into your apartment and only steal a small wooden box?
I don't know.
Unless maybe they thought there was jewelry in it. You did say the box was locked.
Yeah, they might have heard us coming in, then hurried out before opening it.
No, I don't think so. The glass was broken, but the sash was lowered back into place. If the thief was in a hurry, he would have left the window wide open.
Right. So it looks like he found what he was looking for. Souvenirs. Old photos of Walter, Matthew, and me.
Yeah, but why would he want them?
Good morning.
Good morning. We're Mr. and Mrs. Whitney.
Come in, please. I'll tell Mrs. L you're here.
Thank you, Virginia. You may go. Oh, the Whitneys are employees, not guests. Oh, right on time, too.
We aim to please.
Would you like to come into the living room?
I don't know if I can.
Force yourself.
Do sit down, and we'll have a lovely chat about ghosts and poltergeists and The Walking Dead, that sort of thing. I've been doing some research to help you as much as possible with your investigation. There are lots of books about haunted houses. Oh, fascinating, of course, but terribly frightening, too. Why, it just sends shivers right up my spine. Ooh.
Mine, too.
I think I'm going to cry.
Edge of Night is brought to you by Spick and Span. Spick and Span. It helps your floor show its true colors. And by Pampers. America's mothers trust their babies to Pampers Dryness.
Hold it. I hear a baby crying. It's coming from that camper. Looks like little Lucy needs help.
She's soaked through.
Bargain diapers without gathers can gap and leak. You need a diaper with gathers. Pampers with Stay Dry gathers. Look, bargain diapers without gathers can gap and leak. But Pampers Stay Dry gathers help keep your baby drier on the outside. And that's not all. Pampers has the cushion quilted lining, so it stays drier next to your baby's skin.
That's wetness protection, right down to her toes.
Yep, fitted Pampers help protect baby's skin against wetness right down to her toes. As they say, you get what you pay for.
I first heard the word spick and span from my mom. She swore by spick and span to help keep her linoleum floor looking its best. Now I've got a no-wax floor, a cinch to clean, right? Wrong. Their special texture makes them harder to clean than I thought. Luckily, there's a special new Spick and Span.
New Spick and Span with a modern new formula designed to clean today's floors. You see, today's floors, both conventional and no wax, have thousands of hills and valleys where greasy dirt collects, making floors look dull and dingy. But new Spick and Span has been specially reformulated to safely break up the grease and lift it away, leaving a clean, beautiful finish.
How's it look, Ma? Beautiful? Of course. What'd you expect from Spick and Span?
New Spick and Span. Yesterday's clean for today's floors.
Preacher, please. Would you let me get a word in edgewise? Yes, love and trust go together. Hold on a second. Miles?
Yeah?
It's Preacher. Can I ask him for Thanksgiving dinner?
Yeah, sure, of course.
Listen. Would you listen for a second? How would you like to come over here for Thanksgiving dinner? Mm-hmm. Well, we'd love it, too. Turkey with all the trimmings, what do you think? I am, because my stuffing is famous. All right, I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Stuffing is famous. Accept?
Yep, with pleasure.
What's on your mind?
Shelley Franklin.
Oh, really? What about her?
She tried to make me believe that she and Preacher were sleeping together.
Doesn't sound very friendly. What made her think you'd believe her?
I don't know. I don't even know why she would say anything like that.
Well, I tell you, I don't know her. I just saw her at Mike Carr's fundraiser, and from what I saw, I don't think she gives much thought to other people's needs. Just her own. Whatever she wants, she goes out and gets.
Mm-hmm. Well, what if she doesn't get what she's after?
What do you mean, oh, hi? How about I'm sorry for keeping you waiting so long?
I did?
15 minutes. Where have you been?
Oh, I went out and bought myself a new winter coat.
Oh, with the money from the theater, I presume.
All right, now wait just 1 minute. Look, I don't quite see it that way.
Why don't you tell me how you do see it, Gunther?
All right, look, I'm half owner of the theater, right?
You keep telling me so.
So even if I do have half the interest, I'm still sleeping down there in the prop room. Well, it's wintertime now, and it gets damn cold down there. And I think I'm entitled to keep myself from freezing to death. Don't you think?
I don't think about it much, actually. Now, listen, about these ads you're going to be running for me, did I make sure to tell you that they should be in the New York and the Hollywood trades?
Yeah.
Okay, and you understand that it should read Shelley Franklin, star of wind chimes, appearing in Some Hidden Thunder. You understand what I want it to look like?
You look, Shelley, the truth is,
What?
I didn't place the ad.
What? Now, listen, we had a deal. My silence for your publicity.
All right, come on, now just cool down and give me a chance to explain.
It better be awfully good.
Now, look, Shelley, we don't have the money for those kinds of ads. I mean, we may have to close the play. Things are getting awful tight around here.
The only tight thing around here is you. Now listen to me, Buster. You get it straight. Call him up right now. You place the ads. I'm going straight to Geraldine Saxon, and she will know what you've been doing.
All right, just go right ahead. Because I am not going to be blackmailed by anybody, especially you.
You asked for it.
Yeah.
So, Dee Dee, how do you feel about Calvin's proposal?
I'm not sure.
How come?
Marty, I've always been a very independent person, and marriage somehow sounds restrictive to me.
Well, it doesn't have to be if both sides give and take.
Maybe.
Well, you love him, don't you?
Of course I love him, but I don't see why we can't just live together for a little while and see how that works.
I don't think that's what Calvin was asking for.
No, I didn't mention it to him. He had a plane to catch, and a counter-proposal from me is not what he had in mind.
Well, how long do you have before you have to give him your answer?
Till he comes back from his investigation at the Grantman Research Center in California.
Well, when's he going to be back?
I don't know, maybe a week or so. But let's postpone thinking about that for a while. We have enough to worry about with the problems of Nelson and Bannister.
There's pretty a lot of them going around. Where do you want to start?
Well, our main problem is that so many of our regular clients are leery about allowing us to represent them anymore, with Nelson in the hospital and Bannister just being released from it.
It's understandable.
Yeah, I know, and I really can't blame them, but Marty, we've got to think of something fast. You remember that case you were talking about? We could really use it.
Chris?
Yes.
Look, I'd like to make something clear.
What's that?
That I am very happy that we have finally gotten back down to a comfortable working relationship.
So am I. I only wish you and Miles could settle your differences.
I'm afraid that's impossible, and I would think that you could understand why.
I suppose so. You know, I never meant for it to be like this.
I know you didn't, and I don't blame you.
And I wanted to thank you for saving Miles' life.
Well, it never occurred to me to do otherwise. But don't think that ever means that we can be friends again. Now, let's not talk about that. I want to tell you that I've had a really nice time. The other night, dancing with you at the party at the Rock Garden.
Derek, I feel like I should... I mean, I hope you don't think that dance meant more to me than it did. Detective Egan? Yes, Miss Van Dyne. Yes, I'm expecting you this morning at 11 o'clock. Listen, could you give me some idea of what it is you want to see me about? I see. Okay, I'll just have to keep my curiosity in a low gear until then, won't I? Thank you. Bye-bye. You know, I just remembered something.
What?
Alicia Van Dyne showed a lot of interest in Matthew that day I saw her at Image Inc.
She did?
Yes, she did. And it was right after that somebody called Matt's school asking for our home address.
And you think the same person who called was the one who broke into your apartment?
You know, it's very possible, Chief. I mean, it's almost too much to be a coincidence.
What could Alicia Van Dyne have to do with that?
I don't know. But I'm sure gonna ask her when she gets here. You know, Miles thinks that the Van Dynes...
Listen, I've got an appointment with Mike, so I better run. I'll be talking to you later.
Now it's a breeze. I can get shakeable hair with unshakable hold with new Germac aerosol hairspray. Because Germac hairspray is professionally formulated and salon tested, just like all Germac products. And I love the new aerosol. It gives you soft, shining, shakeable hair with unshakable hold, just like mine.
Germac Professional Hairsprays in new aerosol or pump. The trade secret for beautiful hair.
So let the wind blow.
We've just made 108 changes in our Swanson dinners. You'll find our meats and fish taste better. Our vegetables taste better. Our desserts taste better. We think you'll enjoy these changes once you try them. Now, when was the last time you had dinner with the Swansons?
Anything interesting?
Yes, there's a letter from Adam.
Really? Let me see. Look at this. Handwriting's improving.
Huh? That's April's. And, the rest is, just junk mail.
Jody, have you and, Preacher given any thought to your future?
Yes. As a matter of fact, we have, and plans for marriage are not included at the moment.
What about your future?
Well, I want to do something. I'm not sure what it is.
Maybe you could talk to Geraldine about going back to your job at
No.
WMON? No?
No, I don't want to do that. Not as a full-time career.
What about your acting career? What about that?
Well, I like acting. I mean, I love doing the play at the Whitney, but now that Shelley is in residence, there's no way I can go back.
Now listen to me. There's something besides Shelley that's troubling you. Tell me what it is.
Last spring, Nicole and I had several talks about my future. And we both agreed.
Come on, what are you holding back from?
Miles,
Tell
I
me.
think that I just have to sort this out by myself. I mean, just have some patience with me. I need to make this decision alone.
Come on, Marty. You were the one who mentioned this case in the first place. Elaborate, please.
It involves my grandfather.
So you said.
Well, I spoke to him about legal advice, but he doesn't think that Nelson and Bannister can help.
Well, can't you tell me something about what it's about?
No. My grandfather would have to do that when and if he decides it would be a good thing.
Well, maybe you can help him decide.
It's difficult.
Well, then maybe I can talk to him and I can help him decide.
No, you see, that's part of the problem. My grandfather doesn't often seek the counsel of women.
Oh.
I'll try to explain.
I'd appreciate it.
My grandfather is a man of tradition, particularly in tribal matters.
And this is a tribal matter.
Yes. I'll try to arrange a meeting as soon as possible. As far as I'm concerned, this might be just what my grandfather needs, and maybe Nelson and Bannister, too.
There now. We've had the extra special grand tour of the house and grounds. Oh, I think that little house in the garden is so cute. What are those called?
It's a gazebo.
Oh.
It's as old as the house.
Oh, then it needed that paint job, didn't it?
Pink?
To match the roses. Well, now you two just sit there and relax. I have one teeny tiny thing to tell the maid, and I'll be right back. Don't go away now, you hear?
I think I'm going to be sick.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the Earls are right. This house probably is haunted. This color scheme is enough to raise the dead.
How could they?
Being Call Me Jim and good old Doc. It's easy.
There ought to be a law.
Look, we can't take this case. The Earls are obviously demented. You know there's no such thing as ghosts.
Speak for yourself. I intend to take several of these books that Dot recommended and read them from cover to cover.
Well, let's press forward. What is your next step?
Well, Dot, since the ghosts tend to come out at night, I think that we should come back late this afternoon and stake a watch in the living room.
How brave. Will you bring a Ouija board?
Well, I really don't think that that's necessary.
Oh, wait a minute. Look, Dot, I'm afraid that we're just
Now,
not...
we'll be leaving right now, and we'll be back later. Don't you worry about a thing. We're going to take care of it all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Grandpa, how come your new Citrus Hill orange juice tastes so yummy?
Because at Citrus Hill, we wait till the oranges get full of sunshiny sweetness. But do you know how long it takes them to get all sunshiny sweet?
A week?
More like a year.
A whole year?
Yep. You see, honey, oranges take sunshine and turn it into sweet, delicious juice. More sun they get, the more naturally sweet.
Citrus Hill orange juice gets.
That's right. You can taste a year of sunshine in every sip.
Is Grandpa coming with us to the movies?
He can't, Mommy. He has to watch his oranges get sweeter.
New Citrus Hill orange juice. There's a year of sunshine in every sip.
Ivory Liquid presents Dishwashing Talk.
Well, what'd you think of your birthday dinner?
I can't believe you cooked it.
Here's the proof.
Spaghetti. Oh, that's what that was.
Here, I'll help you wash.
Oh, hi there.
Hello there yourself. I like holding your hands. Oh, they're soft.
That's where Ivory Liquid helps.
Wow, you'd never know they were 34 today.
Well, I guess the Ivory Liquid has treated my hands pretty well all these years.
I know.
You know, they say it's the mildest of all leading brands, and that's important if you care about young-looking hands.
Well, to prove I do, I've got one more surprise for you.
You're going to cooking school?
Happy birthday, honey.
Oh, it's perfect.
Just like my spaghetti.
Mild Ivory Liquid helps your hands look as young as you feel.
Mrs. Saxon, I hate being a tattletale. I really do.
Of course you do.
But last week I caught Gunther stealing money from the box office receipts. I was shocked.
So shocked you hurried right over here this week.
Well, I had to wrestle with my conscience.
And who won?
Well, I decided that it was only right that I tell you. I mean, for the good of the theater.
What do you suggest we do? A one-way ticket to Siberia?
No, I really wish we could get a real producer in here. I made up a list. Some producers I know in New York. Hal Prince, David Merrick.
Very impressive. But I have an idea the people on this list may be otherwise engaged.
Well, what are you going to do? You got to do something. I mean, stealing is a criminal offense.
You're really very upset about all this, aren't you?
I can't sleep.
Shelley, I'm very aware that Gunther has been helping himself to the box office receipts. Gavin and I discussed it before he left.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Our decision was to allow him to continue. To keep track of the money, of course, and simply deduct it from his share of the profit. So, you see, the question is not what we're going to do with Gunther. The question is, since you're this upset, what are we going to do with you?
Yes, hello. My name is Jody Travis, and I just received your letter of acceptance. It's dated November 18th. Now, it says here I have to let you know my decision by the December 2nd deadline. Can you tell me if that date is absolutely final? It is. Okay, no, nothing. Thank you very much. Come on, preacher, where are you? The theater.
Oh, Gavin, dear, I do hate burdening you with this, but I need your thoughts on the problem. No, Shelley and Gunther are waiting in the outer office. Do you have any ideas on how to solve this situation. It is painfully obvious those two are unable to work together. Yes, that's along the lines of what I had in mind. Good. Thank you, dear. Gavin, good luck on the movie and let me hear from you. Goodbye. Carol, would you ask Miss Franklin and Mr. Wagner to come in again, please? Thank you. Thank you for waiting.
So, what's the verdict, Mrs. Saxon?
Oh, come along, Gunther. You're not on trial, for heaven's sake. I'm just trying to find a way to solve this as fairly as possible.
How?
Gavin and I have decided that it would be best for Gunther to terminate his relationship with the Whitney Theater.
I knew Gavin would not let me down.
Now, wait just a minute. I don't like the sound of that much.
Gunther, I am going to buy out your interests in the theater.
I like it better.
The play is doing very well again, thank heavens. And for it to continue to do so, we have agreed that, Shelley, you must stay with the play.
Well, I only want what's best for the play. That's all I've ever wanted.
Yes, I was sure you'd feel that way.
Yeah.
So, I have asked my lawyer to draw up a run-of-the-play contract.
Run of the play?
Yeah, that's the way to handle it, Mrs. Saxon.
Well, that's ridiculous. I won't sign it. I plan to be long gone from Monticello before the audience has run out and the play closes.
But an exclusive contract is the only way we have of protecting ourselves. I'm afraid you'll have to sign it. Unless, of course, you consider the alternative.
What's the alternative?
That Gunther remain as producer, and you continue to honor your present contract.
I would rather die. I just quit, that's all. I'll just quit.
But how would that affect an already tarnished career?
Goodness, for the club luncheon, I have to make the dips and the sauces. But I have a secret. Shh. Hidden Valley Ranch salad dressing. It's so versatile, it makes a delicious dip, a creamy sauce for vegetables, and a tasty change from tartar sauce.
Delicious dip, Helen.
Oh, thank
and
you.
I love your fish sauce and that fabulous vegetable sauce. I must have the recipe.
Sorry, that's my secret. Oh.
Hidden Valley Ranch. It's more than just a salad dressing.
Make your hands soft like your face. Make your moisturizer long-lasting Lubriderm. Make your elbows smooth like your face. Make your moisturizer emollient-rich Lubriderm. Make your legs silky like your face. Make your moisturizer long-lasting Lubriderm. Make your knees soft like your face. Make your moisturizer fast-penetrating Lubriderm. Make your whole body beautiful like your face. Make your moisturizer long-lasting Lubriderm.
Starting December 5th, you could be a winner when Daytime Dilemma returns. Here's how to enter. Send your name, address, and phone number to Daytime Dilemma, Post Office Box 6, New York, New York 10046. Send in your postcards. We may be calling you to play Daytime Dilemma.
Boy, oh boy. Mrs. Saxon, well, my hat's off to you.
Why, thank you, Gunther.
Yes, sir. You sure know how to handle things. You put old Shelley right in her place, and you know what the best part of this is? You're gonna buy me out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow, I'm a rich man. I don't mind admitting, not a moment too soon, too. 50,000 bucks. That's my share. Of course, you knew that all along, didn't you?
Yes, I know.
Well, no more sleeping in the prop room. It's gonna be the best hotels, maid service and everything. Maybe the Monticello Arms. Hey, we could be neighbors.
How delightful.
Hot damn, huh? Oh, excuse me.
Gunther, I do hate to dampen your enthusiasm, but there are some things that you must realize.
What's that?
One of the conditions of the sale must be that you pay your share of the play's production costs. Well, surely you must know the show has been running in the red for several months now. Costs are excessive. It's only this past week we have begun to see an upward swing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it does cost a lot to keep things going.
And also, the money that you borrowed from the box office will have to be deducted. I was sure you'd want to return that.
Sure.
And finally, the contract that I'm sure Shelley will agree to sign will have to reflect her star status and the exclusivity of her services for the balance of the run. In other words, a higher salary, to which you will have to contribute.
Mrs. Saxon, listen, why don't you just tell me how much money I got left?
Oh, yes, well, I've done a little arithmetic here. $3,452.37. That's taxable income, of course.
Thanks. If you don't mind, Detective Egan, I would like to get right to the point.
Suits me.
The business proposition I have for you is a very simple one.
It is a business proposition. I've been wondering what it could be.
Remember, you and I have something in common, besides the fact that we're both divorced.
What is it?
I own the ISIS building, and you own an office building.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, they're hardly in the same class. I mean, that old rundown building I inherited from Walter. It's not giving me much of a profit.
That is the building that the Whitneys have their quaint little detective agency, isn't it?
That's right.
I want to buy that building.
The big party was coming up, so she practiced looking sexy and cool. Now it's party time, and look who's coming to ask for a dance. But look who he's asking. The girl who doesn't smoke. In a new poll of 18,000 high school seniors, most of them said they would prefer to date a non-smoker. And 93% of them don't believe that smoking looks cool. Who needs cigarette breath? If you're smoking to impress your friends and be part of the crowd, forget it. Take it from FYI. They're not impressed.